Hey fellow dog lovers, we all know how important regular low impact activity is for our dogs with arthritis. And what better way to keep us accountable for keeping our dogs active than by using an activity monitor. So we're all familiar with Fitbits, Apple Watches, the wearable devices that we can use. Now we have the same thing available for our dogs. And so today we're going to take a look at one of them called the FitBark. In fact, this is the FitBark 2 Dog Activity Monitor. The FitBark 2 Activity Monitor. So it's going to monitor activity and sleep 24/7, track activity, sleep quality, distance, calories burned, and overall health and behavior. That's going to be pretty outstanding if we can actually track their calories. Get active with your dog. Link your Fitbit, Health Kit, or Google Fit device and chart progress side by side. That's pretty cool. I don't actually have any of those devices. I use a Garmin myself, but for those of you guys that do have a Fitbit, you can link it with your dog. That's really awesome. Keep an eye on medical issues. So monitoring mobility, anxiety, skin diseases through changes in behavior and sleep patterns. If you didn't know, some dogs that have arthritis will have a hard time getting comfortable at night. So if this can tell us the amount of time that they spend sleeping soundly versus getting up and being restless, that's a pretty cool feature of this. And then customize your cover. Choose the color that matches your pup's personality. So I do have two different boxes here that they're surprise colors, so we'll see which one matches Arrow. Charge for 90 minutes, download the FitBark app, watch the collar setup video in the App Store. So that's good to know. You're not gonna have to watch me do this because you can actually go to the App Store and watch the video yourself. So here's what we get. We have this looks like a cover, just a black cover. The device itself, so it's with zip ties, which, I mean, as we know, zip ties can do just about everything, but it seems kind of quality-wise like really zip ties. But all right, that's going to go how it's going to go on the collar. And this is going to be our charging device, and we get some extra zip ties. So there's a whole video to watch on how to put the collar, how to fit the FitBark to the collar. So I'm going to go watch that. You guys don't have to watch me watch that. But after that, after I've got it all set up, I'll show you what it looks like on the collar. I'll get the app set up on my phone. I'll show you what that looks like. We'll go for a walk, and at the very end, I'll let you know what we think. Our FitBark is all charged up. While it was charging, I downloaded the app. So the downloading process was pretty straightforward in terms of downloading the app from the App Store. You know, I think this day and age, we have so many apps that we're downloading and so much experience with technology that, to be honest, my expectations for downloading and installing something to go perfectly smoothly, those expectations are pretty low. And so this one did not exceed my expectations. There were some circle of death moments. All in all, though, it only took about 15 minutes. The installation process was pretty straightforward. Don't be surprised if you get a couple snags along the way, but ultimately you get it set up, and the app interface is pretty cute. You get to download a picture of your dog and fill in their information. One of the funny things that I found interesting about the app, which we're probably not going to do, is you can meet other dogs in your neighborhood. You can put in your location and you can kind of swipe right and left and see if there's anyone out there that you want to meet up with. We're probably going to stick to ourselves, but there's some interesting features on the app that I look forward to digging into a little bit deeper. So at this point, we're going to put the FitBark on the collar. One of the nice things about the app was it did have a pretty quick and simple instructional video of how to put this on the collar. So we slip it on the collar. We use our old trusty zip ties here. And they make a clear point of making sure that the FitBark is secured snugly onto the collar. So we have zip ties snugged on. And the video says that you should use nail clippers to cut off these tags, these ends. That's fine. I'm just going to see if scissors work. So we want to cut that nice and close. I mean, I can see the benefit of the nail clippers, but turns out scissors work just as well. And now we have our cute blue cap, and this is what I think is going to help keep it waterproof. Snap that on securely. Ready to go. Well, we're back from our walk and we tried out the FitBark. I've had some time to play with the app, and the things that stand out to me are there are a lot of data that's collected. There's so much information that's being tracked. Ultimately, what the FitBark is tracking, it's an accelerometer, so it doesn't have a GPS in it. It's tracking the movement. Because every dog's size is different, it's really hard to measure stride length or step length or distance. It's not actually counting how many steps he's taking like our traditional Fitbit. It's measuring something called bark points, and the app will go through and it teaches you what these bark points mean. But ultimately, what the FitBark is doing is looking at how much activity your dog is having. And I think the best part about this tool is it keeps us, you, all of us accountable for making sure that our dogs get the exercise that they need every day. This is a very, very practical tool. It's very clear what it's intended to do. The setup was just a little bit not tricky, but just, a little finicky. I think that's probably the nature of a lot of apps and technology these days. Overall, we're going to give it a care score of 90 out of 100 points. And that's actually pretty good. We call that an honorable mention, but I think it's absolutely worth checking out. Again, everything that we're doing here at Care is trying to help you help your dog live a long, healthy, and active life.